Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Greg with Demonosophy and Beyond. I'm coming to you with another book review. This one is on the Haitian Voodoo Handbook. That's what it looks like. It's a little bit shiny. It's by Kanaz Filan. If I butchered that person's name, I apologize. Um, this was a very interesting book. Voodoo isn't necessarily my thing, but I like to get to learn about every kind of belief system and practice. What it does is it goes into the history of Haiti and talks about the roots of where the practice comes from, the culture of Haiti, and what happened, and how that may have determined how that type of voodoo developed, which I thought was very interesting. It helps you get an appreciation of why maybe the Loa that are worshipped or worked with are the way they are. Um, it also gives some kind of insight as to why the practice is the way it is. Because if you know, Haiti also had slaves, just like here in America, and as slaves, the Africans didn't have access to a lot of things, so their practice used what was available around them, and that's what the types of voodoo developed from. Um, so the book continues to break down the different Loa into groups and discuss what each group is good for and talk about the main Loa that are known to either lead these groups or just be the main ones that are usually used and well known. Uh, the ones that was interested in were the barons and baronesses that dealt with the dead. They also have, to me, very interesting personalities. Now, I've never been in contact with any of these barons or baronesses. I wish I could be, but they just piqued my interest. Another group of Loa, I believe, deal with water, and they deal with beauty as well as talent. Like, I think that they deal with people who are into music or are poets, things like that. It's actually been a minute since I've read the book. It's been a couple years. Um, but this version of voodoo also talks about how Legba is the Loa that you come to first, no matter what group of Loa you deal with, because he is the road opener, he's a gatekeeper, and so he kind of, you have to get his permission to actually contact the rest of the Loa. I have not come in contact with any other Loa than Legba. He's actually come to me on a few occasions, even though I'm not a practitioner of voodoo. My first encounter with him was when I was working from this book, just to see what I could do. And then he came to me another time to give me a message. At the time, I was learning, I was experimenting with a lot of things, and he did not want me to make what I was doing known. So I had to stop everything because Legba is the type of Loa that can either open up roads to opportunities or close them down. He's also a type of spirit that can open up portals or close them. Um, but I found him to be kind of quiet and wise. He's always come to me in the form of an old man, not necessarily weak, but just wise, just like maybe a type of grandpa. You know, he was never mean or anything. Just kind of, he never really used words to talk to me, but he used gestures, you know, kind of like, shh, don't say anything. Um, he always made himself understood. And he is one of those entities where it's just like, all right, whether or not I personally want to deal with him, if he comes to you and tells you to do something, you do it. So that is the extent of my experience pertaining to Haitian voodoo. This book right here, I do recommend it. Anybody who's interested in or just wants to educate themselves. I found it very interesting, even though it is not a practice that I kind of vibe with. And as I said before, you know, don't take my word for it. Go ahead and read it, form your own opinion. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.